Hello, everyone. Welcome to StudioArt at Victor Senior High School. I'm Mrs. Duckworth.
And I'm Miss Marvin.
We're going to talk to you today about StudioArt. This is a course that is a full year and a full credit course. It is a class that students take to get their advanced designation Regents diploma. It fulfills that art, tech, music, business requirement that they need to get in order to get that Regents diploma. In StudioArt, we work with a variety of different materials, and we focus mainly on improving students' drawing skills and their creative problem-solving strategies. Our goal in StudioArt is really to just expose students to as much artwork and as many art materials as we can to kind of grow their interest in art. And then if they're interested, then they can continue on in the other classes we have in our department. A lot of parents ask about how we assess our art projects and our art students in our program. So in StudioArt, we give a weekly process and participation grade. It's a 20-point grade that we give every week, and it's based on the students' work ethic and their participation in class. And in this new remote hybrid program that we've got going on, it's also based on the work that they do when they're at home. We have some projects, they're conceptual projects. We do a lot based on their personal experience, on art history, on techniques and processes, and storytelling. There was few quizzes throughout the course, maybe 3 or 4, and we do have homework. A lot of the work in StudioArt now is homework because they're doing it at home, but typically there's only, maybe once a month we do an actual homework assignment that's graded differently than the others. There is a final exam in this course because it is a Regents credit course, and so they have to take this final exam to get that credit. So our weekly process and participation grade, that 20-point grade, is 40% of their overall grade for the quarter. Their projects are worth 40%, and then the quizzes and the projects that are done at home that are actually considered homework, they have a lesser value, that's 20%. And we do this breakdown this way because some students work really hard and maybe their projects don't come out quite as nice as someone else who maybe has a little bit more of a natural inherent talent. So we try to balance that effort and that engagement with the outcome of their projects, and it works out, I think, well for students to see success in the class.
Our expectations for students are that they come to class prepared to learn with materials and a work-oriented attitude, that they appreciate and respect their own work and the work of their classmates, that they communicate with us when they're struggling. This year especially, things are very different, and we expect students to struggle day to day sometimes, and as long as they're coming to us and explaining what's going on, we're happy to help them problem solve. That they come with an open mind to try, experiment, and revise their artwork. That they participate in a constructive manner. We do a lot of critiques, we do a lot of class discussions, and their attitude during that is going to be very important. And that they enjoy the class and create works of art that they can be proud of. This year, we have expectations from home as well. Students should expect to spend between 1 and 2 hours on virtual artwork each week. This is compensating for the days of the week that we would normally see your students in a regular schedule. Students will be given the opportunity to borrow art supplies to take home throughout the year. So anything that they aren't able to purchase on their own, we will lend out, but they are responsible for returning these supplies in the condition that they received them. Students are responsible for checking Google Classroom on the days that they are virtually learning from home. That's how we're going to upload a lot of assignments, videos, and just announcements.
So Google Classroom is going to be the best way that you can help keep track of the work that your students have to do. For StudioArt, each of your children should be already enrolled in a Google Classroom specific for their block and for their teacher. You can ask your children to invite you to be a guardian in Google Classroom, or you can also ask your child's teacher for a code to join the class. So I'm just going to show you my Google Classroom page for one of my classes and explain how it works. When you are here, there is a stream in each assignment, the most recent assignments at the top, and as you scroll down, they're the older assignments. And Miss Marvin and I will do these similarly. The projects will be the same, but the posts might have different words than what you're seeing on my screen. So I'll be posting things for my gold students and for my blue students. Sometimes Google Classroom can get overwhelming when there's a series of posts like that. So I think going to classwork might be an easier way. I know I'm separating out virtual work from projects, And so if you check the virtual work or you check the projects, there'll be due dates, there'll be information about the projects there. There's also links for Zoom. So if your child has to be quarantined or stay home for some reason, they can certainly join a Zoom during that class period. We just ask that they email us so we know to expect them in the Zoom and be prepared to admit them. So this is where everything would be. And the great part about Google Classroom is you can then check School Tool. And if you see a grade or something that you think is a little off, maybe a 0 for a project, you can go to the Google Classroom page, see what the assignment is, and it gives you the chance to talk to your child with a sort of more informed perspective on what the work is and ask them the questions that you need to ask. And that's all we have. Thank you for taking a few minutes to learn about StudioArt. We hope you enjoy this video.